If you think you need a six-figure budget to get into a good-looking, comfortable yacht, I'm here to tell you that's just not true. I've spent a lot of time digging through listings, walking docks, and talking to owners, and there are still some real gems out there if you know where to look. Under 35 grand, you can find boats that'll handle weekend cruising, family trips, and even longer stays aboard without feeling cramped or outdated. In this video, I'm showing you 10 used yachts for sale right now in the US that seriously punch above their price tag. These are boats with proven hulls, solid layouts, and the kind of style that still turns heads at the marina. Some are express cruisers, some are aft cabins, and there's even a trawler in the mix. If you're shopping on a realistic budget but still want something that feels like a real yacht, you're going to want to see this list. The Trojan 10.8-meter Express is one of those boats that reminds you how solid older American cruisers were built. This hull has real weight to it, and that matters when the weather turns or you're running longer distances. The wide beam gives the cockpit a big, open feel, making it a great setup for day cruising or fishing with a few buddies on board. It's not fancy, but everything is laid out with purpose. Inside, the cabin is straightforward and comfortable. You typically get a forward V-berth, a convertible dinette, and a compact galley that does the job for weekend trips. Headroom is decent, and the boat feels usable rather than cramped. Most of these came with twin gas engines, which are easy to work on, and parts are still widely available. Where this boat really shines is value. You're getting mid-30-foot performance, a proven hull, and a classic express cruiser look for used bowrider money. For someone who wants a strong-running cruiser without complicated systems, the Trojan 10.8 is tough to beat at this price point. The Sea Ray 280 Sundancer is one of the most popular cruisers ever built, and there's a reason you see so many of them still on the water. This boat strikes a great balance between size, comfort, and manageability. At under 30 feet, it's still easy to dock and trailer in some cases, yet it offers enough amenities to feel like a real cruiser. The cockpit layout is social and well thought out, with wraparound seating and a helm that's comfortable for long runs. Visibility is excellent, and the boat handles predictably, which makes it friendly for less experienced owners. Down below, Sea Ray did a great job using space. You usually get a mid-cabin berth, forward sleeping area, enclosed head, and a galley that's surprisingly functional. What really makes the 280 stand out is how refined it feels compared to other boats its size. The fit and finish tend to hold up well over time, and parts support is excellent. If you want a dependable, easy-to-own cruiser that works for weekends, overnights, and casual entertaining, this one checks a lot of boxes. The Carver 32 Aft Cabin is all about space and comfort, especially for people who plan to spend nights on board. This boat feels more like a floating condo than a weekend toy, which makes it appealing to couples or anyone who enjoys longer stays at the dock or slow cruising. The aft cabin design gives you a private sleeping area with standing room, which is rare in this price range. The salon is open and bright, with large windows that make the interior feel even bigger. There's usually a full galley, a real dinette, and enough storage to support extended trips. The forward stateroom adds flexibility for guests, while the head setup is typically roomy and practical. Performance isn't the focus here. This is a cruiser meant to be enjoyed at a relaxed pace, not rushed. Twin engines provide good control around the dock, and the wide beam adds stability. If your priority is comfort, live-aboard potential, and interior space over speed and sleek looks, the Carver 32 Aft Cabin offers an incredible amount of boat for the money. The Wellcraft 3600 Martinique blends performance and cruising comfort in a way that still feels relevant today. This is a boat with offshore roots, so the hull is designed to handle rougher water than many cruisers in its class. You feel that confidence when running into chop, and it's a big reason people hold on to these boats. The cockpit is large and functional, with enough seating for entertaining, but still open enough for moving around easily. At the helm, the boat feels responsive and solid, especially with twin engines pushing it along at cruise speed. Below deck, the layout is practical and welcoming. You get a forward berth, convertible seating, and a mid-cabin that actually works for adults. The Martinique isn't overly fancy, but it's durable and straightforward. Systems are generally accessible, and the boat doesn't rely on complicated features that drive up maintenance. For buyers who want a cruiser that can cover miles comfortably and still offer real overnight capability, the 3600 Martinique delivers serious value under $35,000. The Bayliner 3255 Avanti is often overlooked, which is exactly why it can be such a bargain on the used market. This model offers a lot of interior volume for its length, making it feel bigger than you'd expect once you step inside. It's a practical cruiser that focuses on usability rather than flashy styling. The salon is open and comfortable, with plenty of seating and natural light. The galley setup works well for weekends aboard, and the sleeping arrangements are suitable for families or guests. Many owners appreciate how easy it is to move around the interior without feeling boxed in. The flybridge version adds another living space, which is a big plus at anchor or at the dock. On the water, the Avanti is predictable and forgiving. It's not a speed demon, but it cruises comfortably and handles docking without drama. Maintenance costs tend to be reasonable, and parts availability is good. If you want maximum space, straightforward ownership, and strong value for the money, the Bayliner 3255 Avanti deserves a serious look. The Regal 29 Express Cruiser is a great example of a smaller cruiser that still feels upscale and well thought out. Regal has always leaned toward performance and finish, and you can feel that the moment you take the helm. The boat accelerates smoothly, tracks well, and feels lighter on its feet than many cruisers in this size range. It's the kind of boat that makes a quick afternoon run just as enjoyable as a weekend trip. The cockpit is laid out for comfort and conversation, with seating that feels intentional instead of crammed in. The helm is clean and ergonomic, giving you good sight lines and a confident driving position. Down below, the cabin has a warm, finished feel that separates Regal from some budget competitors. You typically get a forward berth, mid-cabin sleeping space, enclosed head, and a compact but efficient galley. Storage is used smartly, and the boat feels welcoming rather than tight. For owners who want a cruiser that's easy to handle, looks sharp at the dock, and still has enough performance to be fun, the Regal 29 Express Cruiser delivers a lot of satisfaction without overwhelming size or complexity. The Californian 43 Trawler is a serious boat for someone who values comfort, range, and stability over speed. This is a true cruising platform, built for long days on the water and extended stays aboard. It has the presence of a much more expensive yacht, and when you step inside, it feels like a real home on the water. The interior is spacious and laid out with livability in mind. Large windows bring in natural light, making the salon feel open and inviting. The galley is full-sized with room to cook real meals, not just heat snacks. Sleeping accommodations are generous, often with separate staterooms that provide privacy and comfort for owners and guests alike. On the water, the Trawler hull delivers a smooth, steady ride. This boat isn't about rushing from place to place, it's about enjoying the journey, sipping coffee at sunrise, and covering miles efficiently. Docking is made easier by the predictable handling and solid displacement. If you're looking for a classic cruising lifestyle and maximum comfort per dollar, the Californian 43 Trawler stands out as an incredible value. The Sea Ray 340 Sundancer hits a sweet spot for boaters who want size, comfort, and strong resale appeal without jumping into truly big boat ownership. This model feels substantial underfoot, with a wide beam that adds stability both underway and at anchor. It's big enough to host friends comfortably, yet still manageable for an owner-operator. The cockpit is one of the highlights. There's plenty of seating, a well-designed helm, and a layout that works equally well for cruising or hanging out at the dock. Below deck, the cabin feels open and well-finished. You usually get a forward berth, a true mid-cabin that adults can actually sleep in, an enclosed head, and a galley that supports longer stays. Sea Ray's attention to detail shows in the fit and finish, even on older models. Everything feels solid and intentional. Performance is predictable and confident, with cruising speeds that make weekend trips easy. For buyers looking for a well-rounded express cruiser with strong brand support and a proven design, the 340 Sundancer remains a standout choice under $35,000. The Craft 30 Crowne brings classic style together with practical cruising features. This is a boat that turns heads at the dock without screaming for attention. The lines are clean, timeless, and unmistakably Craft. It appeals to owners who appreciate design and craftsmanship just as much as function. The cockpit is well-balanced, offering enough seating for socializing while keeping the helm area clean and uncluttered. It's an enjoyable boat to run, with solid handling and a confident feel in moderate chop. Down below, the cabin is cozy but well-finished, using quality materials that age better than many competitors from the same era. The layout usually includes a forward berth, compact galley, and enclosed head, making it suitable for weekend getaways without pretending to be something it's not. This boat isn't about maximum space or cheapest price. It's about character, build quality, and pride of ownership. For buyers who want a cruiser that feels special every time they step on board, the Craft 30 Crowne offers a unique blend of elegance and usability. The Sea Ray 380 Aft Cabin is a comfort-first cruiser that feels closer to a small floating apartment than a weekend toy. This boat is all about interior space, privacy, and relaxed cruising. The Aft Cabin layout gives you a dedicated owner's stateroom with room to move around, which is a huge advantage for extended stays. The salon is spacious and bright, with large windows and plenty of seating. It's a great space for entertaining or just relaxing after a long day on the water. The galley is functional and laid out for real use, not just light snacks. Forward accommodations add flexibility for guests, making this a solid option for couples or families. Handling is steady and predictable, especially at cruising speeds. Twin engines help with control around the dock, and the boat feels stable, even in less than perfect conditions. If your priority is comfort, onboard living space, and the ability to spend real time on the water without feeling cramped, the Sea Ray 380 Aft Cabin delivers an impressive amount of boat for the money. If there's one thing all these boats have in common, it's value. You don't need a six-figure budget to get into a yacht that's comfortable, capable, and built to last. The used market is full of solid boats that were made during a time when manufacturers focused on strength, layout, and real-world usability. You just have to know what to look for. Every boat on this list offers a different kind of experience. Some are better for weekend cruising, some shine as floating condos, and others are built for covering miles in comfort. The key is being honest about how you'll actually use the boat. Dock time, overnight trips, entertaining friends, or slow cruising all point to different designs. No matter what you choose, take your time, get a good survey, and don't be afraid of older boats that have been properly cared for. A well-maintained used yacht can deliver years of enjoyment without draining your wallet. If you're shopping smart, under $35,000 can still get you a lot of boat and a lot of great memories on the water.